Hello and welcome back to this week's edition of Joe Knows the Crypto's weekly update. So this week I'm going to be talking about 5 projects that I'm in, and one of them that's new this week and how it's been performing. I've talked about it a couple times this week. I'm going to talk all about that. And it was a pretty decent week for everything. So let's get going. All right, so the first thing I have to do, in the spirit of being fully transparent, I think it's very important that you know that this is not financial advice. You must do your own research. Crypto is a very, very risky place. It is super risky. Only put in what you're willing to lose. Only reason I'm telling you this, I'm documenting my journey to tell you all about what I'm doing, where I've had successes, where I've had failures, to show you the projects, the returns I've gotten in those projects. I will also tell you if there is any paid promotion in here, I will let you know. I will say if it's sponsored content, I will let you know who the sponsor is and how they are compensating me. And also know if I do put any affiliate links down below, you can use those, and that benefits me directly because when you put money in, it pays me some kind of commission for doing that. That's the very definition of affiliate marketing. I'm trying to keep this as transparent as possible. So just know if you have any questions, please let me know. Let's get to it. So the first project I'm going to talk about is Eazybot. So Eazybot has, it is a software system that through an API, it sends buy and sell signals to your exchange. So you hold the money in your exchange. I've been doing this since September of 2022, and it has worked very well for me. So the first thing I'm going to show you is Eazybot, and this is the 10 bots that I have. I did move some money from my Binance US to a Kraken account. That way I have some balance between different exchanges. That's the only reason I did that. You know, am I worried about Binance US? A little bit. But right now, I just wanted to put it in Kraken to test that system. So I have 3 bots in Kraken. As you can see, my XRP right here, it says Kraken Eazybot. My Sol, I got to turn that back on. Says Kraken Eazybot. And then my Bitcoin is Kraken Eazybot. And so this week in trading, it was not a bad week. I had about $18.63 in rewards for Eazybot. So I have about $3,800 in trades this week. And as you can tell, that number's gone up. It's for 2 reasons. One, I have put money from other places in there. I took money out, but that's how much I had in the trades this week, on and off. I mean, it buys and sells all week. And I made $18.63. So not terrible. That's a 0.5% return, right? A 0.5% return annualized is 26%. You know, that's 5, 6, 7 times better than what your savings account's getting. And the risk is certainly there. Don't discount the risk, but that's not a bad week. You know, so I target between 0.5 to 1% a week return in Eazybot. You know, that's 4 to 5% a month, 2 to 4% a month. Can it do better? Probably. I could probably add more money and change the parameters, but I like the risks that I'm taking for me. So for me, this one worked fairly decently. Next up, this has been a big winner, and it's quopi. So quopi they claim to trade New York Stock Exchange blue chip stocks. They'll even show you all the trades that they have said to be done, exactly the details of it. If you go onto quopi, you can see this all for yourself. Now, if they're actually doing this or not, I don't know. I haven't seen any actual proof of, the clearinghouse or whatever you call it for stocks. I think the exchanges here at the actual places where they're trading, I haven't seen those. But every day or 5 days a week it trades. And so they show you those results. Now, quopi has been going since January of 2023. I've been in it since the beginning of July, and it's worked perfectly well for me. You see I have a couple profit balances here I haven't taken. I usually wait every other trading day and take it out because I don't have a ton of money in here. If you look and see my stakes, I have currently about $435 in these trades. I've already ROI'd, so I'm literally playing with house money. So every day it pays me like $6, $7. I'm sorry. Yeah, $6, $7 a day, which isn't earth shattering. It's not going to move, it's not going to change my lifestyle, but it's a fun game to play. At the end of the day, you have to know what you're in. Again, not sponsored content. The only way I get paid is if you do an affiliate commission. I'm just showing you affiliate link, and then I get a commission from that link. But if you don't do that, I'm okay because I'm making a return on quopi. So I put my own money. These are my own funds. I found out recently a lot of YouTubers, they're not playing with their own money. So these are my own funds. As you can see, I got some commissions. This commission was 97 cents, but I'm appreciative for it. But the profits are what I get on a daily basis that I'm looking for on these projects. And I'm just showing you my journey. And if along the way I can make a couple bucks, I think that's fair. All right. So again, trying to be super transparent. We don't want anything not to be that way. So as you can see, my Bitcoin stake, I've now staked, it's been staked, and there's been 3 trading days. Once you have 30 trading days, which is about 6 weeks, because there's about 5 trading days in a week, unless there's no trading that day because the New York Stock Exchange is closed. It's about 6 weeks of trading, give or take a day, depending on holidays. And I'm in for the first 3. I've gotten a 5.49% return. The Litecoin stake is, I've had 21 stakes. Oh, this week I did re-up. In case you missed that video, I did restake my 100% of the Bitcoin that I had in there. It was like $227. I didn't pull it out. I restaked it. So I like the way this is going. I'm playing with house money. I'm going to keep doing so. Yeah, I like quopi. Now, could it rug tomorrow? Yes. Could it run out of funds because they're not actually trading or winning? Or could they have a lot of losing trades and make everything disappear? All these things are possible. I just know for me, I'm able to pull out my money every single day, and I've already ROI'd. If you're in this project and you've been there for a while, you're probably in the same boat. If you're looking at it, I don't know what you should do. Look at the data, but just know that you cannot predict what's going to happen tomorrow. Okay. Let's take a look here. Next up. Let's look at the actual numbers on this one. So this week in quopi, I have $437.94 staked. I made $35.38 as a reward. That's an 8% return. Not bad. I'm super stoked on an 8% return. That's 16 times higher than my Eazybot. Difference being is risk. I have control over my Eazybot and the exchanges in which they're in. And quopi, you're giving your money to someone and hoping they give you money in return. I'm sorry, not money, it's tokens. You're giving tokens to someone and you're hoping they give you tokens in return. All right, next up. Oh, here's that report before we move on. So this is the 3538. This is the weekly report. Quopi is very good with these reports and data and graphics and things like that. Next up, Rev Token. You might remember I did a AMA with one of the founders. I shouldn't say founders, one of the persons who runs the community for Rev Token. This was originally a failed project. It was revamped by a couple people in the community. They don't even get paid for it. I think I spoke with one of the founders last week, and they have 300 hours logged in here. No pay for them. They had to buy tokens just like I did. They did not give me any tokens. This isn't sponsored content, but I just like the project. I like what it was doing. They do give rewards in Matic, so they have 10 million tokens. There's only like 2 million in circulation. There's no team tokens, and they make money by the buy and sales. The 10% fee goes back to the stakeholders in Matic. They're also doing real world utilities. They do validations, like a real it's a validated project identity, validated teams. It's kind of like a KPI, but more validation than a KPI to further help stop the people from rugging and pulling your money out and things like that. All the things we hate about the DeFi. So this was a cool project I'm in. I'm not telling you to get in it. I just like the whole deal. I'm just showing you what I'm in, my thoughts behind it. And so here we go, Rev Token. It's worth about 2.7 cents, 2.8 cents if you round up. I have about $231 in here. That's all my money, and it is not a ton of money, but I'm happy for the long term. This week, the rewards are like 21 cents. That's a 0.091% return. So that's that one. Okay, so let's move on to the next project here. The next thing we're looking at is BNB Allstars. So BNB Allstars is a ROI app. And it's like, it kind of reminds me of like a baked beans or like a, I don't know. I did a bunch of these when I first got in. And here's the thing is that I put $100 in, and you're supposed to do 3 reinvestments prior to a withdrawal. So you have to do, no matter what, 3 reinvestments, and then you can do a withdrawal. Now, you can wait. If you wait, the rewards will accumulate for up to 48 hours, then they stop accumulating. So what I do is every 24 hours, I do a reinvestment, and then I wait 48 hours to do a withdrawal. Maybe that's not the best way to do it, but that's how I'm doing it. So let's take a look at that and what it looks like. If I can find that, nope, can't find it. Let's go on here and do DeFi. Yeah, there it is. Okay. So here's my BNB Allstars. I started with $100. I mean, give or take, it might have been like 97 and change, but we'll just call it $100 because I put in 100, but there's some gas fees that came out and some transfer fees, and you know the deal. And so now that $100 is worth $162. Actually, it's fluctuated a few bucks since I did this, probably because the value of BNB has gone down just a little bit. But that $100 is now $162. Now I can't pull that money out, but my rewards are based on this. So as you can see, my reward amounts have gone up. This week, I happened to catch two different rewards in the same week. Usually it's one reward in a week, and I kind of got the tail end of one. So it was $5.54. So it was a decent return this week. So I have gotten, if you go over here, you can see that I've actually, since I put in, I've taken out $26. So I'm about a quarter of the way to ROIing. And then you can go on if you're skeptical, you want to look at the contract, you can see that they still have about $35,000 in the contract, and it's actually still growing. They have more token holders now than they had when I started. I started early, but the token holders seems to be still growing. But that being said, BNB Allstars still working for me. I'm still making withdrawals every 4 or 5 days. I make a withdrawal, and it's been working well. All right, next up is the new project I've been in this week. It's called Arbitrage King. So Arbitrage King is a crypto trading bot that trades 7 days a week. Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, but 7 days a week, and offers a bunch of different tiers. Okay, so here's the active tiers in the different tiers you can go to in Arbitrage King. There's a 1%, a 1.3. It just matters on the minimum amount and how long you're going to keep it in there and the trading days it goes. So the 1% tier is a minimum amount of $149, 21-day duration. Withdrawals are allowed daily, 7 days a week. Crown Jewel 1.3 is $349 minimums, 21 days duration. Monarch tier, which is what I'm in, is 28 days, $11.99 minimum amount, and then it goes on from there. This is sponsored content. They did set me up with an account to be able to show everyone that it does work, and it's been working pretty darn well as far as getting the rewards. So let me show you. That $2,500 original has shown $345 of returns. That's a 13.8% return on these things. So that is working. It's been one solid week for me. I know it started on the 8th of October, and now it's the 22nd of October. I don't know. This might be the next quopi. Not sure. I'd like to see them show their trades. I know that's proprietary probably, but as you can see, the withdrawals have been going. So that has been working. So let's hope that this keeps going, this project. Really strong returns right now. I'm getting 2.3% per day, 13.8% return because I think I've had 6, not 7 days. And so this project is working pretty well. That was sponsored content. If you have any questions, let me know. Now, let's wrap it up. All right, so let's just do a quick recap. Eazybot had a good week, $18 return. That's a 0.5%, 0.49% return. Quopi, 8% return this week. Rev Token, very tiny return, 21 cents or not even 0.1%. But I don't expect a lot right now as they're building the utility. BNB Allstars, my $100 is now worth $162, and that's what I get the rewards off of. I've had about $5.54 in rewards this week. That's about a $5.54% return. Now, big one, Arbitrage King. Money in was $2,500. That was an account set up by Arbitrage King. It's given out $345 in returns. Those returns have all been received. And so that return is 13.8% this week. It's been going since October 8th. Let's hope for another quopi. I would love to have 3 quopis in my world right now, assuming they go on. But nothing goes on forever. And this is risky stuff. Don't put in money you're not willing to lose. So total money in this week, 7109. The return this week was 404. Big part thanks to Arbitrage King. And then the total weighted return this week is 5.69%. If I annualize that, if I could get that every week, which I haven't had a history of that, but if that can go on, that's almost a 300% return. Now, that is a big return. I don't bank on that. It's nice to see, and I hope it continues, but that's all I can do is hope because I have zero control over this stuff. That's all I got. That's all I got. I hope you realize this is a this is a risky space, and a lot goes on, and these things are complicated, and trading is hard. It's nice to see the weeks where your everything's working and nothing rug pulls, but that's just not the norm anymore. And this is a tough space. It's fun. It's, I've heard a lot of people talk about it as being a casino and you're gambling. That is what it is. It's a very speculative investment. It is gambling. It's a game. Now, things like Eazybot make it less of a game because you hold those in exchanges you have access to, but it's still risky. You're still trading a very volatile token. So that's all I got. I hope you enjoyed this information. If you want more information, if you want to see things, they're down there. Like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.